Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing the Genesis G90. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Genesis of Linden, Utah for giving me some time with this G90. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged V6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. This also has an electric supercharger. Anyways, fuel economy is 17 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 409 horsepower and then 405 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood itself, you guys can see pretty simplistic with the design. Of course, you got the Genesis logo, but notice that we just have a couple of body lines. And then we have Genesis's signature split light design here at the headlights. And then look at the grille coloration there. I think that looks really sharp. And then notice how it's darker there at the bottom. And putting it all together, I think the new G90 looks fantastic. It's got a cool futuristic luxury design. Now around the side here, our tire and wheel setup is 245/40/21 in the front and then 275/35/21 in the rear. And you can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the gray, kind of like a satin finish there. And then I like this here on the side with the turn signal indicators. And then we got that chrome strip there at the bottom and then more around the windows as well with the trim. And then here is your full side view with the G90. Now, taking a look at the key fob, you guys will notice that it's actually painted to match the car, which I think looks really cool. Anyways, we've got our lock and unlock function, we've got the opening for the trunk, and then we've got the self-park feature as well as the remote start that, there we go, that wants to focus on it. Now, taking a look at the cargo space here, it is absolutely massive. I mean, the G90 is a big full-size sedan, so it makes sense that it has a spacious cargo area. And yeah, there's quite a bit happening back here. Also, I like the coloration on the floor mats. Anyways, when you're all done, just press that button and that will lower the trunk right back down. I like this design here with the back, and then look at the taillight design, how it kind of connects there at the bottom. Got all of our badges, parking sensors as well. And putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks here with the G90. Now, taking a look at the door panel, you can see the two different colors used here, and then look at the forged carbon down below. I think that looks really sharp. We also have our memory seat function for the second row. We also have massaging seats. You got all the nice window controls there. And then you got that to pop open the door. And yeah, it's all soft touch, which I think is nice. Even the bottom portion here is soft touch. And then look at these seats perforated all down the center portion. And then you can see the piping here on the side. Now, legroom here in the back is fantastic. We also have a little storage pocket. We got forged carbon, which looks really cool. And then you can see with the vents, you got a little USB thing here. And then we have the armrest here in the center. So notice this has the controls for the heated and cooled seat function here in the back. You also got your climate controls. And it kind of doubles as like a secondary infotainment system. It's a pretty cool setup. And also I can, that's so weird, I can close the door. Got more seat adjustments there on the side. And then, yeah, some USBs, got a wireless phone charging pad. I mean, this is like the life of luxury. And these seats, by the way, are so comfortable. And up top, notice got stitching there on the grab handle. But we do have our own sunroof here for the back passengers. You even get mirrors. I mean, this has like every luxury feature. Then look at the headliner here in the G90. Definitely a nice finish. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again soft touch here, and then look at the forged carbon down below, and then more of our soft touch trim. All of our window controls. And then you've got, again, with the memory seat function, massaging seat, all of that. Mirror adjustments, the mirrors do power fold in, blind spot monitoring as well. And then here's a look at the front seat, as you can see. All of our adjustments here on the side. And then you can see here with the car, you got the stability control, auto stop, start, parking brake. And then I love the trim here on the dash. I think that looks fantastic. Look at that design all the way across. Now this is fun. So foot on the brake, that closes, that starts up automatically. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around, paddle shifters there on the back. We've got practical stuff like adaptive cruise control, steering assist, voice command controls, and just a really nice setup overall. Regular stocks there on the back. We've got this full digital gauge cluster here in the center, which I think looks great. But the fun part is when you change the drive modes. So notice it does a little like flippy thing. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool if you ask me. And then I think it's funny, there's buttons here. So that is for like the trunk, and then you can see to light things up. Just interesting with the design. 360 camera system here with the G90, and You even have this cool like exterior shot as well. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, you can see response time's really good. It's quick with the overall response. Easy to use as well. I think it's a pretty straightforward system. And then I can also control things with a dial if I don't want to use the touchscreen function for some reason. You can probably see the heads-up display, and then you can see again soft touch all across the dash, and then more of that forged carbon that goes across. And then it's also down below as well. And then we got analog controls here for example, the perfume, if you were to turn that on, but also the stuff like the heated steering wheel, and I like the finish on all of it. And then we got the cup holders here. You can cover that up if you want. Dial shifter right next to the infotainment system control. They have different textures, so you're not really going to mix them up, but yeah, I do think it's kind of funny. Got a little fingerprint scanner too. And then this is for the heated and cooled seats. I like how it's the same screen fill-in for both of them. I think that's pretty cool. And that's just to close the door. And then you can see like drive mode select here. Wireless phone charging pad up front as well. And then the button to open up the center console is actually right there. And yeah, got USBs and everything. Nice padding on the top and then down below. And you can probably see the ambient lighting here. And then pretty normal glove box lined with felt. And then last but not least, we got another sunroof up front. So here's our window sticker for this G90. You guys can see all the standard equipment here. And then this is a green paint job. Very interesting. Anyways, $101,660 is the total MSRP on this G90. Looks like I'm finishing just in time because it's starting to snow. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off here on the G90. Here's visibility of the hood, both mirrors, dual blind spot monitoring, got the rest of the rear, and first off, heated seat, heated steering wheel. Let us set off on the G90. Now we're gonna do reverse. I actually had a chance to live with one of these for a week. It's 23 model year, but yeah, that was a nice week. Such a comfortable car. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I commute about 40,000 miles per year, give or take a little bit. And so having a car for, the 1,000-ish miles that I drive per week, it's nice to have a luxury car like that. I mean, so comfortable. Like the suspension, like these little uneven things, you don't feel them. I can see them, but like the suspension just erases so much of it. It's really cool. Got the turn signal camera too. And this drives a lot smaller than it is. I mean, again, it's a big full-size sedan, but it feels like I'm driving something that's smaller. Over bigger bumps, I mean, because of the 21-inch wheels, you definitely do feel it, but it's still not bad. It's still comfortable. I think this kind of does better over small things in the road rather than the bigger, which makes sense, right? Bigger compression things, it's usually off-road vehicles that kind of handle those better. Yeah, it's so comfortable. It's just erasing all of this. It's so cool. So we're gonna pop it into the sport mode here. Now we're gonna wait a little bit. It's kind of cleared up some. It was super icy yesterday, but okay. Woo! It's pretty quick. Pretty quick. Go back to comfort. Also, let's get a massage while we're at it. Ooh! These massage seats are very powerful. Wow. Usually massage seats are like doing a little bit of stuff. Now this is like a real massage. That's cool. That is cool. So once we get across here, yeah, we're good. Let's sum things up with the G90. Great luxury car. I know a lot of people are gonna be like $100,000 for a Genesis. I understand it's a bit of money, but good way to look at this is you're basically getting an S-Class experience at roughly $30,000 less than an S-Class, roughly speaking. So it's, yeah, from a value perspective, it's really solid. The only thing that this doesn't have is just the acceleration of like the V8 S-Class, right? You can still get an S-Class with the 4-liter V8, and that thing's fast. That thing's fast. I'll be interested to see what Genesis does with this moving forward, because, you know, everyone was like hardcore about going electric a couple years ago, and Genesis was on that as well. But now that, you know, interest in electric cars has waned quite a bit, it'll be interesting to see, are they just going to stick with the turbocharged V6 for the G90, or are they going to, you know, do something else? Maybe they'll do like a plug-in hybrid, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I think overall for what they're offering, it's great. But I do think that there is a market, and let me know in the comment section below if I'm wrong, but I think there's a market for a more powerful G90. And like, if they did a turbo V8 G90, again, I'm probably being unrealistic, but if they did, I think it would sell well. Let me know what you guys think about the G90, and let me know what you guys think about this particular like interior combination and everything, and also the key fob matching the paint. I think that's pretty sweet.